A rainy day is an excuse to game. At least that's how it was when I was a kid. We'd come in from playing and the parents would be like, all right, go to the den, play your games. We get to play it for as long as we wanted to. We didn't have to go outside and get our wiggles out. And right now, we're going to be hit with 3 days of rain as of recording this video, and I am so excited to sit down with the family, cuddle up next to the kiddos, and play some games alongside them. These are games that not only you can play in front of your kids, next to your kids, not necessarily with your kids, but also games that you can pick up for 15 minutes or 2 hours. And most of all, these are games you can play on either a Steam Deck or a Switch 2. At least those are the two that I know for sure. You could probably play them on plenty of other things too. Some games that have really stuck out to me are the quick and easy ones, the ones that don't necessarily have a story, the ones that just let you continuously play them. Now, I'm not talking about games like Animal Crossing, though I am in love with that, or Stardew Valley, which I just can't quite get into. I'm talking about Balatro. Balatro is a game that was gifted to me on my Steam account, and I've been playing on my Steam Deck and now Nintendo Switch 2 a lot. Whether it's a couple hands before bed or just I want to blow some time and zone out while my kids sleep, this game is always there. It's challenging, it's fun, and it lets you risk it all sometimes in trying to set up a combo that just doesn't make sense. Final Fantasy VII has had quite a run. They have Remake, Rebirth, and Crisis Core, a game that released originally on the PSP. Now, I, for one, am a huge fan of Crisis Core because we get my favorite character in the series, Zack Fair. Now, this game was originally, again, as I said, created on the PSP, but it was also created in such a fashion, along with many games in that era, that you can just pick it up on a commute. You can play a mission or two. This game is designed to be played in bite-sized chunks. And while it's a very heavy narrative-focused game, you still can play it in super small segments. I, for one, have played 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there, or 2 to 3 hours straight live on stream. This game is great, inexpensive, and runs extremely well on pretty much any handheld, even if you want to emulate it. Now, more recently, I've been playing a game called Plucky Squire, one that is on sale right now, and actually quite fun. It is surprising, to say the least. This one is one that I feel like my children would enjoy sitting next to me and watching this. This game starts out top-down, kind of like Link's Awakening or A Link to the Past, and then you side-scroll a little bit. It turns into air combat. There's everything and anything in between as you traverse through the story. It is charming in a lot of ways and very, very approachable. Again, very good for bite-sized chunks, and a game that if you just want to giggle or smile a little bit, you've had a hard day, perfect. And I know, let's address the elephant in the room. I didn't make any coffee. Well, sometimes you don't make the coffee. The coffee makes you. Today I wanted some Nespresso, and it's just been a heck of a ride. Now, if you're looking for a peculiar one-shot, I would say Evoland lands itself right there at the top spot of that specific experience. So specific. So specific. It's a game where the game mechanics get added as you progress through the game. You start with just being able to move in 4 directions, up, down, left, and right, eventually gaining the achievement to access more movements, such as diagonal, picking something up, jumping. It keeps moving through these different mechanics, even into side-scrolling, 3D, and eventually you get pre-rendered backgrounds, ending in a spot that looks reminiscent of a very, very popular title. I'm not going to give too much of it away because the game itself is a surprise around every corner. And so as the game progresses, you're like, oh my gosh, it's fill in the blank. I can't recommend this game enough. It is an experience more than a game, and that, for one, is something that I think is just so charming. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Something that is said about just about everything. Well, I didn't like Silksong when it came out, and I do now. The reason is I went into it with some preconceived notions. I was like, I am not a fan of Metroidvanias. Turns out, I'm just not a huge fan of Metroid. I know, sacrilegious, but here's the deal. I gave it some more time, some more thought, and while this isn't a game I would recommend you just put up, put down, and put a lot of space in between gameplay, it is one that I would recommend nonetheless. It definitely requires a little bit of gamer finesse and a lot of bit of patience. This is one of those games where you learn how much you are willing to endure as you play through it. And as my gameplay from Elden Ring changed me, I'm hoping that Silksong does the same. Now, this right here. This right here. This is the vinyl to Sea of Stars. It is incredible. It is gorgeous, and I got it because this game is so special to me. This game is one where it's taken every aspect of JRPGs, of adventuring, of gameplay that I've loved growing up, and it crammed it into a game and made the game self-aware. It makes fun of itself, which is so wonderful. And this game is one that I just can't get enough of. The visuals, the music, it's special. And there are elements of it that require you to get good. And there's nothing like a good challenge in a game. I wouldn't say the game is hard. There are a lot of ways you can make it easier for yourself. But I would say that it is challenging. Now, if there's ever a time I get to flex my vinyl collection, it is now. Another game that I have a vinyl for is Eastward. This game is interesting. Take some sort of Earthbound-esque, mix it with a little bit of Stranger Things Season 1, you have yourself a peculiar, mysterious adventure through, I'd say a lot of reading, and a lot of interesting puzzle-like gameplay. This game also has a special edition vinyl, which is a board game. So that's something that I absolutely had to do. This game has, well, here it is. You think those are the pieces. Here's the vinyl. And this is the actual map to the board game itself. I can't get enough of vinyl, and these are the only 2 gaming vinyls I have right now. Now, featured many times is the game Messenger. I have played through this in B-roll, and you guys have seen it plenty of times. This game itself is an NES-style platformer, and I wouldn't consider it all too difficult, but it is made by the same people who made Sea of Stars, so you can expect a few things. Great mechanics, self-aware dialogue, and a very, very well put together experience. The game not only excels in platforming, but it also excels in RPG style character progression. There is a way for you to upgrade your character through a skill tree, and it's very approachable. There's collectibles, there's ways that you can find different areas. It takes everything that people like about Metroidvanias, moving around, going back and forth, and it removes that, because I don't like that. And it goes to the right, sometimes up, but never back. And I really appreciate that. I'm sorry, I'm getting used to Metroidvanias, okay? I'm not quite there yet. Now, I know I've mentioned a few platformers, and I got a few more for you. And the reason why I like platformers so much is because they have to do one thing really, really well. Move from left to right, at least the ones that I play. And Shovel Knight is one that I've grown to really love. Originally, I played it for the first time with my buddy Chase at his place. He introduced it to me. Great 2-player experience. Incredible 2-player experience. We played it with arcade sticks, which was a lot of fun. And then it kept going, and I played on my own. And I now have this both on the Steam Deck and the Nintendo Switch too, a game that I hope to share with my family as they get older. This game is just a classic platformer with a little bit of an overworld you can go back to and upgrade different things. It doesn't require much, but what it does require is a little bit of attention to detail and a lot of patience. The game itself isn't super challenging, but you can make it harder on yourself by deciding to risk it all. If you know, you know. There's a little section in the space that I want to give to Brosy, the bro version of cozy. I know, people hate that term. I like it. I don't like the word cozy all that much. Dave the Diver fits that description. You are a diver, diving for fishies, and then you bring those fishies back to cook those fishies. No, you don't cook them. You sushi them. That's not a verb. You make sushi out of fishies, and then you sell them to upgrade your ship, do different missions, and get more fishies. It's simple. I'm reluctant to say easy. I'm not going to say easy, but it's simple. And that, I think, is why these games have such a draw. They're simple. Another game that I got to play with my buddy for the first time was Shredder's Revenge, a game that is an incredible beat-em-up style TMNT, just like you're eating pizza at Pizza Hut and playing in the arcades, coming back and asking mom for a couple more quarters. It's such a nostalgic blast, and it's so well done. A newer version of a similar style, Avengers Cosmic Invasion, is very good as well. I don't have a lot of experience in it, so I can't say whether it's better or worse, but Shredder's Revenge is a game that doesn't require much, but offers so much. Lots of laughs, funny things, and just that moment of going, oh, yeah, that feeling. I think a lot of us are searching for that feeling, and it certainly gives it to you. The last one on the list is one that is a little bonus. My top 10 list and at 11th. That's going to be a game that isn't quite out yet on the Switch 2, but has been out for quite a long time. It has made its way onto multiple platforms, starting on the PlayStation 4, going to the PlayStation 5, PC, and now we're finding it on the Nintendo Switch 2. And that is a game that's after my own heart. This is Final Fantasy VII Remake. I am a huge fan of the Remake Rebirth series. Crisis Core being an incredible story, and Remake being just a power punch. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but if you finish Crisis Core and immediately start Remake, the first scene of Remake really starts to hit hard. And so I can't recommend it enough. And for anyone who is interested in playing through Remake, Crisis Core, any of these, we're doing it as a Discord community, and I'll be streaming it over on Analog Den on Twitch. So feel free to join us and have a good time with that. And these games, again, are ones you can just pick up and go. They're linear in a lot of ways. They don't require much of you, and they don't ask you to baby them. And they certainly don't baby you. They're games that are made to be played. They're games that are made to be enjoyed. But most of all, and this is something that I think is so important for me in the stage of life I'm in, they're games I don't have to worry if my door is open. And that means a ton to me. So, as always, play more, be kind, cheers, and enjoy your Christmas. If you pick up one of these games, let me know. If you didn't and there's ones I missed, let me know. I'm always willing to see new games. I'm always learning from Poladroid. He's got like 40 now. And they're all great. All right. See ya.